Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragon Age Awakening with the gang. I'm Dragon16, playing as Gihirus Kusland, who was our character in Dragon Age Origins, who we've carried over. We're here at Vigil's Keep, having taken it back from the Darkspawn and gone into the basement and cleared people out. And it seems now, if I press the correct button, that a lot of our quests currently revolve around Amaranthine. So we have to learn about what's going on in the Pilgrim's Path in Amaranthine. Talk to Colbert, who discovered a cave full of Darkspawn. Where's that? What's it about? He's in Amaranthine, the Awakening. We should investigate these leads, which are in Amaranthine, Shadows of Blackmarsh, and we need to find someone who's currently probably in Amaranthine. And then I think there's a few other quests that we've got that are elsewhere. We need to go back into the basement, clear out more Darkspawn. The trade must flow, so we have to, I assume, go to Amaranthine, talk to the Merchants Guild there. There's Dark Wolf to help us deal with this conspiracy, who's probably an Amaranthine. Elemental requirements: weight can find better armor for your soldiers if you find deposits of metals. That probably isn't in Amaranthine, but it's the only thing that isn't.
Samuel! Groundskeeper Samuel! Is that you?
Who? Maker's breath. If it isn't little Nate. I'd know that face anywhere.
Groundskeeper, I am overjoyed that you stayed on. Please, do you know how my brother died? And my sister? I was in the Free Marches.
Your brother died in the war. And Lady Delilah, don't you know? She isn't dead, son. Not that I know of. Last I heard, she married a storekeep in Amaranthine. Don't know which one. Poor girl.
Did you hear that? My sister is alive.
And why? And why should that interest me? Well, I'm guessing Gihirus, because I'm assuming Gihirus has actually met the house, because isn't that like the opening, where Hal comments that that she was sad she wasn't there or something? I can't remember. Why did you think she was dead? Good for her. Oh, that's wonderful news. Yeah, that's wonderful news.
Could we ask around the shops next time we're in Amaranthine?
We could take a look, yes.
Thank you. I would be interested to know just what happened to her.
The Howe family. Oh, no. Well, we were heading there anyway. The Howe's in a chance encounter with the Howe's old groundskeeper, Nathaniel learned that his sister, Delilah, had married a shopkeeper in the city. Nathaniel was eager to find her. That seems very quick, though, because we've kind of... well, it depends how long the blight is, but... This is my chest now. Why are we still getting crystals? Do we get shale in this? Because no one else could use that, I don't think. Where's the way out? I'm lost! Nathaniel, help me. There's a crate here. Studded leather gloves. So, what were you talking about? I don't know. Oh yeah, I think. Oh, I don't know. I've commented enough on my problems with. I think it's a problem with this. It's a problem with Mass Effect, and it's a problem with Vampire as well. That's the way to the old map. Which is that there's a basement. Yes, they're different. Which is that there's no scale of time. There's no concept of time. Like, how long has it been since since Howe's betrayal when he talked about Delilah? Because it does seem like very quick that I think if he were in a position of power, he wouldn't have married her off to a storekeep, or he wouldn't have allowed the marriage if it's one of love. So it's probably going to be attached to the disgrace of the house, which is going to come kind of the end of the blight with the fall of Lagain, which I don't think is going to be that long. So we've got the Turnoble Estate, Forlorn Cove, and City of Amaranthine. I don't know what these are for. We will visit them at some point. We see Wester Highever, that's home. South Denerim. Ah, of course, this. So this is going to be like the east coast of that little top bit. Okay. So I'm assuming that, thinking of the full world map, which isn't a full thing, which isn't available here, but I'm assuming that the north coast bit is under Highever, the southwest bit is under Guaran, and kind of the east bit with Denerim is attached to around Denerim is attached to the crown, maybe? I don't know, I'm guessing. So the City of Amaranthine. The City of Amaranthine is the jewel of Ferelden's north, and the economic heart of the Arling. In more prosperous times, merchant ships filled the port to bursting. Now the city overflows instead with refugees and despair. So we'll pick up a few quests while we're here. Port City of Amaranthine. Outside of Ferelden, the City of Amaranthine is now synonymous with the Arling itself. But before the Orlesian invasion, it was only a modest fishing village, despite a deep port well suited to commerce. At that time, few other kingdoms had any need to trade with the Ferelden barbarians. The city changed rapidly when the Orlesians came. They built temporary docks to accommodate ships packed with chevaliers, and for a time, Amaranthine was the capital of occupied Ferelden. The Ban of Amaranthine became one of the wealthiest nobles in the kingdom, as goods like wool were leached from the city's swollen ports. During the liberation, the fleeing Orlesians looted the city, but left it otherwise unscarred. She recovered quickly. Ironically, Amaranthine's current prosperity is the legacy of Orlesian occupation. Do not share that opinion with the locals, mind. Right, we have an exclamation mark over there, so it's a quest person. Homer's Toys. Probably shouldn't pick those up because I don't know who Homer is.
Ah, it's the Warden Commander. The rumours about you did not overstate it. I have a business proposal. Look for me by the house near the gates. I promise it will be worthwhile.
Why do I get a sneaking suspicion that this is going to be something remotely evil? Ah, there's Colbert. We will...
They used to display the heads of traitors over that gate. I suppose my father is lucky his didn't end up there.
Well, quick save. We'll follow this fellow. I'm sure something bad's going to happen.
You don't actually think your jokes are funny, do you?
Could have sworn that fly was buzzing again.
Har! Let me tell you about my life in one word.
Oh no, don't take me back to the tower. I'm far, far too delicate.
Guys.
I'm not only a dwarf, I'm a moron. Listen to me fart.
Oh no, big Templar man. What are you going to do with that sword?
Ew.
Don't play with fire unless you want to get burned, son.
I think... What? Anders does have a point, Ogren. Shady character.
Ah, Warden Commander. I knew you'd come. You know an opportunity when it presents itself, no? I offer a partnership that would benefit us both.
I'm suddenly terrified. Criminals like you should be brought to justice. I think he's... Yeah, I think that's just playing him towards the end. He's a bit greyer. Is Olga Harris. Alright talk.
The bartender at a local inn has overstepped his bounds. He was hired to watch one of the entrances to our den, but now seeks to extort more coin. Terrible, isn't it? A person of your influence would have no trouble convincing him to open the passage.
The thing is, he's not saying what I'd get out of it. What would we get out of it? As the Grey Wardens. I'm the commander of the Grey, not a servant.
Ah, I see. May I ask that you say nothing of our meeting? Good day, Warden Commander.
Because assumably they've got other people they could send. And if you say, because I'm high profile. If I went along and just happened to say it, then that doesn't make sense. Hello.
Hey, what are you staring at? Looking to start something?
Are you the hunter who found an entrance to the deep roads?
Oh, here to investigate the chasm, are you? It's about time. I can't take all the credit for finding the rift, you know. Mika here fell in first.
Tell me what happened.
Well, it's quite a ways out of town. We were tracking a buck off in that direction, you see, before this darkspawn mess. We'd been on his tail for about a week at that point. I'd wager he thought it was great fun leading us on a merry chase as he did.
And the chasm?
Oh, the chasm, yes. We saw it coming over a rise. It was really something to behold. A huge cleft, as though the Maker himself had cracked the earth in two, like an egg.
I like eggs.
It looked like someone had tried to build over it, but it must have been abandoned a long time ago. No one in town knew about it.
What happened then?
Well, of course, we had to investigate. That was when Mika fell in. A shriek like you wouldn't believe, and he was gone.
Earth crumbled, not stable.
Right. And as Mika lay there yelling about his knee or his head or what have you, the darkspawn appeared.
But it looks like you survived.
We got lucky. They seemed occupied, like they had someplace really important they had to be. Didn't notice us at
The
all,
keep.
thank the Maker.
The Darkspawn was so occupied as to overlook 2 screaming injured men. Boggles the mind.
I marked the chasm on my map so we could avoid it, but sounds like you want to know where it is, so here you go.
Thank you.
So, we getting anything for our trouble?
Here's some silvers. We want information, because if they're telling the truth about the Darkspawn ignoring them, it's probably because they were coming to the keep. Now, one thing from the keep I remember is that they killed the guards, they captured the wardens, which seems to be very odd behaviour. You'd think they'd want to kill everyone or capture everyone, but they particularly and specifically captured the wardens. So, problem is, if we give... This is the thing, is like, do we give a lot of money and be like, thank you, this is really important information, and then possibly have people give us incorrect information? We are the most... We're the Arl of Amaranthine and brother to the Turn of High ever, so... Here's the Sovereign.
A whole sovereign. If there's ever a reason to fall into a darkspawn pit, here it is. Maker bless you.
Right, we got the money.
They can't do this to us.
My pardon, sir. I was paid a whole sovereign to give this letter to you. I told him I did. There are easier ways of getting a message to the Commander of the Grey.
Who gave this to you?
Some visiting knight didn't catch his face. Full helmet, you know. He said he was Sir Wolf of Ravain.
Wolf, as in Dark Wolf?
Ah, the Dark Wolf's nothing but a rumour. Mind you, he was acting suspicious.
Lee. Unless he was actually suspicious of something, in which case it should be suspiciously. Adverbs! Do you remember anything else about this Sir Wolf?
No, sir. Again, my pardon.
What's going on?
I hate waiting, not knowing what will happen.
Those smugglers are bastards for taking advantage of the chaos.
That's not the right button, that's the right button, that's not the right button. Can I read this letter? No, because it's not a thing we have. It's in the codex, which it could be. Nope. Okay.
Excuse me, but I need to search your packs for smuggled goods.
I'm the Warden Commander of Vigil's Keep.
But I have to. Constable's orders. We've been having trouble with smugglers and...
What are you doing, man? Are you accusing the commander of the Grey of smuggling?
But you said everyone...
You are dismissed. I apologize. Smugglers and thieves have all but taken over the city.
Is there anything I can do? I've killed men for lesser offences, no. Well, I'm glad to see you're taking precautions.
Yes, Warden Commander. The smugglers have us scrambling, to be honest. We could certainly use your help in this. Come speak to me later if you're interested.
Yeah, that's interesting, so we can talk to him. Maybe I should pick up this quest right now, while we're here.
Ah, Warden Commander. I take it you've decided to help us.
What exactly is happening here?
With trade slow to a crawl, smugglers have moved in, selling stolen goods at exorbitant prices. If we could shut down their operation and seize their supplies, we could distribute it to the needy.
How do I find the smugglers?
There is a smuggler doing business in the market. He probably knows where the hideout is. We haven't been able to get anything from him, but maybe you can.
Ah, maybe these are the people we have been that we were accosted by before. Well, not accosted. Maybe that's probably a little incorrect for a word, but very particular. Glastrick, a suspicious character.
Greetings, can I interest you in... Wait a minute. My lad said they saw you talking to the... You'll learn not to stick your nose where it don't belong.
Oh, I'm not terrified. Oh, you're running away. Hired goons. Take out the goons. Take out the goons. He's running for it. He's running away. Oh, they have a wizard. Kill. Take on the leader. Yeah, I think we're doing well enough. Ooh. It may be... What are these? This minor magical charm captures the viewer's attention and distracts... Oh, pretty.
I shall do it.
Stamina draft. I mean, it may be that Lawkeeper's robe. I should. I'll grab both of these. We can compare. What's it like in comparison to your gun stuff? Extra magic, fire resistance, and armor. Will. Yeah, there we go. Switched out. Nope. But come on, brain. Nervous. I was just thinking, yes, I think the combat here seems to be easier, but it might be the whole thing that this is a, because this is much earlier on in the game, relative to the end. Obviously, the end of Dragon Age Origins is the end of the game, so it's going to be tougher. That's how difficulty curves are meant to go.
Warden Commander! Thank the Maker you're finally here. I was afraid our messages never got through to you.
I assume you're nervous.
Yes. Thank you for coming to the Guild. We need your help. Our caravans are being attacked. The wagons are burnt to ashes, and there have been no survivors. It's gotten worse lately. People from the neighbouring villages have found guards torn limb from limb and left in the village square.
And you suspect Darkspawn?
We don't know for sure. Communication has been difficult with the attacks, but people in the area said they saw monsters lurking in the shadows. Whatever it is, it's completely crippled trade between Amaranthine and Denerim. No one wants to travel the road through the Wending Wood. Can the Grey Wardens help at all?
I will look into it if I find the time, because we're doing stuff now. I don't want to say immediately. If I find the time, I will look into it.
I suppose I have to be content with that. It is better than nothing. If you can stop the killings, the Merchants Guild will make a hefty donation to your organisation. You have my promise.
I think that was slightly frustrating in the fact I didn't want to say we're going to do it immediately because we have business in Amaranthine, but say, yeah, I don't know. Hello.
Greetings, Warden Commander. You're the sort who delights in helping the common man, yes? May I direct you to the Merchants Guild's board?
What's the board for?
Folk here often need goods from far-flung parts. They post the requests here. There is good coin in this, particularly with trade halted by the trouble on the roads. If you ever feel inclined, please take a look at the jobs available.
I'll have a gander.